Hi, I'm Brett from papercartridges.com, and what I have today is probably the coolest Civil War rifle that you've never heard of, and in a bigger sense, one of the most influential rifles in modern firearms history, with several features that are still in very common use today. So this is the Greene rifle, and it is a pre-Civil War bolt action rifle. Most of you probably want to see me shoot it, so we'll pop out of here and shoot it first, and then we'll come back and we'll talk more about the history and influence of this particular piece of incredible firearms technology, and what in fact is the first bolt-action rifle ever adopted by the US military, the Greene rifle.
Loading the Greene rifle was a fairly complex operation. First, a button behind the bolt was pressed. This allowed the bolt to be rotated 90 degrees and opened normally. Next, an individual bullet would be loaded into the chamber. This is the bullet that we're going to fire. The bolt has a loading rod built into it that enables the bullet to be rammed essentially up into the chamber, followed by the cartridge. The Greene cartridge is unique in that the bullet is at the base behind the powder. You just drop the cartridge into the chamber, but now you actually have two bullets loaded in the gun with the powder between them. The bullet in the base is what seals the breech. Then the rifle is capped. As an underhammer rifle, this is done from the bottom, which is much different from most other percussion military rifles of the era. So the bullet that we loaded first fired out the barrel. Now we have to take the bullet that was at the base of the cartridge and ram that forward up into the throat of the rifling. That will be the next bullet going out the barrel. Then we follow it up with another cartridge, cap, and it's ready to fire again. And that is the rather complex loading sequence of the Greene rifle. I'll pause it here so that you can see the bullet and wad from the last cartridge we fired. That bullet sealed the breech from the last shot, but now it has to be pressed all the way up fully into the throat of the rifling. And now we're ready to load another cartridge and fire it again. So as I load this next cartridge, pay close attention to the locking lugs on the bolt. These locking lugs are probably the most influential aspect of this rifle and a key feature of Greene's original patent. And of course, locking lugs are very common in virtually all modern firearms to this day. They got their start here with the Greene rifle. It is a little awkward to have to press the button in order to open the bolt, but this served an important purpose. The button was connected to the trigger, and unless the bolt was closed and locked, the gun could not be fired. You can imagine what would happen if this was fired and the bolt wasn't closed and locked.
When do you want me to start the minute?
You just say go and I'll start.
Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
All right, go. "25 seconds.
Yeah.
One minute.
1 minute, huh? 1 minute and what?
1:06 right now.
So 5 rounds in a minute 5. Effortlessly, though. That was actually easy. Cool. Thanks, Nick.
No problem.
That was so much fun.
I think I figured this cartridge.
You get gas still?
Yeah, maybe I need to use a thicker wad. Yeah, I felt that one. Starting to get a little cruddy. Gotta say though, this is something of a combat multiplier if you were in a fortification or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would not want to shoot this without glasses. Aw. Should have brought more ammo.
You're out.
Yeah. I don't usually run out of ammo with black powder.
You look like you just come out of a coal mine. So.
Oh yeah? Great. Yeah, I would not want to shoot this without glasses. That might be why the Army gave it a hard pass. Ooh, that's hot. Here's what the bullet looks like after it's done its job of sealing the breech. The wad pressed up against the bolt face and does a pretty good job of sealing the breech from escaping gas. A little bit does get through, but the bullet itself, I was surprised to find that it was not compressed at all, as you'd expect from a bullet that had been fired. It's the same length as an unfired bullet. I just found that rather interesting.
This is a really fun rifle to shoot. I've shot a lot of mid-19th century black powder rifles. Make a living making ammunition for them, and this has got to be one of the most fun, just plain fun rifles to shoot. Well, now that we've shot it, if you are interested in the history of this rifle and its influence on modern firearms technology, stick around for the next few minutes. I'll try to condense it down as much as I can, but there's so much going on with this rifle because the Greene sits at the intersection of so many things that fascinate me from this era, mid-19th century era of such rapid technological change. Of course, it is a Civil War rifle that was produced for the United States Army during the Civil War. It is a bolt-action rifle with a modern locking lug system. It's linked to my fascination with British military history and firearms because of the Lancaster oval bore rifling that it has. The only such rifle ever to see U.S. military service with oval bore rifling. The good idea fairy that visited Colonel Greene and gave him the concept for a bullet sealing the breech on a breech loading black powder rifle before the modern metallic cartridge. And of particular interest to me, the Ordnance Department's love-hate relationship with this rifle. At first, it was inspected and tested, and it received glowing recommendations. Then, after the Civil War began, it was tested again with disappointing results. But the Greene did come a lot closer than many other more gimmicky firearms introduced during the Civil War. It came very close to getting manufactured and adopted in large numbers. So if you're interested in that, I'll pop out and do a voiceover, which will give you a little bit better audio that way, as we cover the history and development of the Greene breech-loading bolt-action rifle.
As its name suggests, the Greene rifle was invented by James Durrell Greene. He was a regular U.S. Army officer and commanded the 17th United States Infantry at Gettysburg, where the regulars fought heroically. Exposed to some of the heaviest musketry fire of the war, Greene's regiment sustained over 50% casualties on July 2, 1863, prompting an observer to later write, "The regulars taught us how to die like soldiers." Before the Civil War, Greene went to Harvard and patented several clever rifle designs. In the 1850s, he formed a partnership of sorts with Charles William Lancaster, one of the preeminent gunmakers in Britain. Lancaster was best known for his oval bore rifling, which Greene would incorporate into his rifle designs. Lancaster also provided Greene with the machinery for cutting the oval bore rifling. In 1854, Lancaster obtained a British patent for a breech-loading rifle that used a bullet to form the gas seal at the breech. At some point between 1854 and 57, Greene and Lancaster began collaborating, and Greene patented Lancaster's exact design in the United States in 1857. Greene quickly made significant improvements to Lancaster's original patent, which Greene patented in the United States, and Lancaster duly patented himself in the UK, acknowledging that it had been communicated to me by a foreigner residing abroad. Anyways, all this patent collaboration simply goes to demonstrate that Greene and Lancaster had a mutual business relationship and shared their ideas. In fact, the Greene rifle could really be called the Greene-Lancaster rifle. Shortly before the Civil War began, Greene submitted his rifle to the U.S. Ordnance Department for testing. Lieutenant Thomas Treadwell conducted the tests and reported that Greene's design worked. There was no escape of gas at the breech. Treadwell recommended the Greene system, and Chief of Ordnance James Wolfe Ripley ordered 900 Greene rifles, making it the first bolt-action rifle ordered by the U.S. military and the only oval-bore rifle. In 1862, it was tested again, this time by Captain Rodman, who reported the Greene rifle dangerously escaped gas so badly as to endanger my eyes. Rodman ultimately declared the Greene rifle unsuitable for military service. Even after Rodman's unflattering report, General Ripley, the Chief of Ordnance, saw enough promise that he ordered 150,000 Greene rifle cartridges. This is remarkable because General Ripley has endured a somewhat unfair reputation as a conservative officer who was highly suspicious of any rapid-firing, breech-loading guns. But Ripley was replaced in 1863, and it would be another 29 years before the U.S. military adopted another bolt-action rifle, the Model 1892 Krag. Today, the Greene rifle is a largely forgotten footnote in firearms history, but the next time you shoot your Mauser or SMLE or Springfield or even Garand or M1A, take a moment to appreciate James Durrell Greene and his locking lugs. Thanks for watching.